No, no sadness. No sorrows, just joy. How's everybody doing? I meant to change the light out. I normally go for a different color each time, and I didn't get around to that this time. How's everyone doing? So I have decided, though, that I'm completely scrapping what we did before. I thought about this. I read some comments that kind of got to me, and I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. And I have some ideas how we're going to adapt, but I'll get to that in a second. So here's what we're going with tonight. I'm starting off with Untitled Art. It is a chocolate peanut butter cookie pastry stout. So that's what we're trying out. It's an 8%er, so it's a little bit lower than my like 11, 12, 14% bonkers levels stuff. Stop it. So but quick updates, everybody. It's got to be obvious at this point in time, content's been a little bit slower. My wife has had some really nasty dental stuff that she's been fighting through, so I've been spending some time helping out family stuff, and we're in the middle of a move, so we've got 3 weeks till we move out of this place. Less than 3 weeks. In 3 weeks I will be in the new place. So there's a lot going on. And then next week sadly there will not be a Wednesday night stream. I will be in Seattle, so I've got to head out to Seattle for work for 2 or 3 days, so that will also be a rough week for content. So I'm hoping that before I go out to Seattle I can at least get another Abyss episode out next week, because there will not sadly be, I'm sorry folks, there's just not going to be an Abyss episode this week. I cannot pull it off. I'm trying to prioritize mental health and hanging out and doing the streams and stuff like that. So that's what it is. Now I am hoping maybe by end of this week that I will get out the Hot Ones recording from last year. I've been thick into the editing of that and having a lot of fun with it, so I look forward to sharing that with everyone. I want to make sure that I get that out there and complete that commitment from our charity push last year for Extra Life before we start this year's charity push for Extra Life. And I've got plans for that. I've got some ideas. I think we're going to repeat the Hot Ones challenge, but we'll do it as a live stream this time. So Raven and I have started to talk that out, how that might work, and I've got some cool ideas where Raven would field the questions live. What's mental health, precious? It's what's constantly in low supply. Yeah, the weird thing is she had an abscess, a cracked tooth situation, had to get removed. She couldn't have known. Her dentist didn't even know. We didn't know until there was pain, then there was a lot of pain. And they got in there and they said, yeah, there's no way you could have known. So yeah, I'm terrified of dentists also, so I feel y'all. But I'm gonna pull us into game. Let me get the overlay running. 'Tis the hour of the meow. Let me make sure I got all my stuff up and running. So let's get this going. All right, so let me talk you through, folks, here, and I'll even tell you where some of the inspiration came from, lest someone say that I'm copying someone. I'm copying someone, folks. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be straightforward with it. Because all of us content creators copy each other. We all watch what each other do when we can, when we have time for it, and we learn from each other. And that's what makes the community as a whole. I hear some echo in the background. I hope you do. So I'm going to explain what my thought process is here. So I just came across, I think Greg is on, Greg is way back in time. Yeah, I mean, he flat out, Ben, he told me he did also. And, we should all consider it an honor when people copy us. And you should leave it at that. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just chuckling at Greg is out of sync with the time. There we go. Get it connected. So someone kind of went off on the thread on the last one. I can't remember who it was, but in the comments after the stream. And wow, was I behind? And one of the things that they mentioned was this seems like counterintuitive. The amount of resources for still said 40 seconds left. The amount of resources, given that I'm in this conundrum of having to build fast, but build robust at the same time and deal with that block damage. So the first thing that I recognize is that these wings here are extraneous. This is too much. It's making the base too bloated with resources that aren't providing value in a way that I think I've got a smarter way to do this. And I think that's that we go up. So my first thing that I want to say is I want to cut the wings off of this entirely. I want to leave this door structure. I want to actually copy this door structure because I do want to repeat this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide the whole darn thing to the side. So I'm going to go here. We're going to snag this and we're just going to throw it to the side. You go over there. We'll come back to you in a second. And then we're just going to delete out this section. Oh my gosh. Oh, why would I expect anything less? All right, so we're going to get rid of this. We're going to skinny up this center part. And remember, the whole idea of the part on the other side was that we're going to duplicate it. We're going to have two sides of a Horde base. All right, so I'm going to think skinny, and I'm going to go back to my original concept, which was let's build out the basic structure. And then we'll kind of pivot from there. So I want to keep this thin. And in fact, now that I'm thinking about it, we need pretty much so enough space. Yeah, Ben, I've given up even thinking that. I've just given up. So we're going to say we only need this like big enough to park this. Now, and I will also say, if you were going to do this in your world, you could make it bigger if you wanted to. But for my purposes, I think we can slim this up and make this a little thinner. So we're going to... which beer was that? Here, real quick. So that's what we got, Greg. Is this going to be a two-part base that can close itself off to protect the crafting base? Yes, it will be. This absolutely will be. That is kind of my preferred method. And for this playthrough style, it is pretty sweet, Greg. It's, you know what? I mean, it's like a lot of the heavier stout. The peanut butter doesn't come through as much. And I know, folks, if you're hearing peanut butter and thinking that like that sounds gross in beer, I've come to really love some of the peanut butter flavored stouts they've come out here. I think they're pretty tasty, to be perfectly honest. How do you get the ground filled in? Tweedledee, do you mean like when I first started building on this map? But does it carry those? No, it really doesn't have the bitterness, Ben. This is more sweet than, you know, it doesn't have the bitterness of a stout. This one in particular doesn't have any like coffee profiles. So when you're starting off on a prefab editor, folks, the easiest way to do it is you first off always use the adaptive terrain filler, and just grab a whole chunk, just build it out like this. Press Z and copy a huge chunk like that. Z to there, something like that. Oh shit. I am on the wrong screen. That's different. There we go. This probably makes more sense of me explaining it. Yeah, that's my desktop. That's from Fairy Tale. So I will repeat what I just said. So if you just build out a little bit here and press Z, and then you press Z anywhere else, it's going to create this huge area. And then ideally you're going to use adaptive terrain filler. That way, if I dump this POI in the desert, it becomes desert. If I dump it in, you know, forest, it becomes forest. So I just make a big pad to start off with. Gotta be quick. All right. So I think I might even go, I'm going to back it up even more because we hardly need any space in here. Actually, no, that's probably good enough. The one tricky thing that I'm going to have in here with it being shorter like this. Tons of them. So we are going to have a hard time with motion sensors in here. That's going to be a little bit tricky. So I'll have to figure that out once we get into the electrics of this. But for right now, let's also just check one quick thing. And actually, let's go ahead and we're going to make this flush. I don't think we need the sides at all, which is good because we don't want more things for the zombies to beat on there. Then we'll carry this up to here. And my thought of this is that we're going to build the crafting section above it. So this will be a box just for parking in here. And then up here is going to be the crafting level, as well as those don't work as well. Those work so much better when I've got the headphones on. But I do want to check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Look at that, folks. It still works. So here's my thought. We are going to use a little bit of the 11 block exploit. Wasn't me this time. We're going to raise up the roof by one more. What the fuck was that? Those are sound effects. I've got... Oh, wait. Oh, you're doing it from over at Twitch. Why do I have that connected here? At some point in time, I've got to rework all of my OBS screens because they're a hot mess. Yes, I am going to be running electrical. I'm hoping that I can get a prototype tonight where we can actually do some horde-based testing. That is my goal. So I want to bring this up one more for reasons. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's fill that in like that, and this in like this. And now we're guaranteed at the 11 block up perspective. Yeah, and when I get to electricity, if you've got any questions, I think that electrical's really, really easy, but I've done it a ton. So, but I'll be happy to answer questions. The murder chickens are amazing. All right, so first things first, we're going to snag this guy here. And we need to make sure, so the door is actually on that side of it. So we're going to do this, and we're going to copy one more block out, copy that, delete that, and then we're going to bring that over to the center here. I should have measured out and made sure that we did this right, which I didn't check. But we're about to find out if I screwed this up. Because if we don't have symmetry here, folks, it's not okay. And we don't. We got to fix it. It needs to be one wider or one shorter. We're going to make it... I think we're going to make it go out one more. So, nope, that was wrong. So, slide it towards me one. And hey, in the prefab editor, Control-Z is a thing. You can actually undo, which is what I just did. So, we're going to do this here. We're going to slide this out to here. We're going to paste. Hey, you're fine. There's not a set time to show up. The party's still going on. So we're going to do that. And then we need to just add, I think we're going to add 1 block. We're already going to have a hard time with the motion sensors. I'm not sure how we're going to quite work it, but we'll see how it goes. So we're going to extend this out by 1. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to grab right here. So Z here and Z right there. And we're going to copy this whole thing, copy, and we're just going to slide it to the right by 1. And we have achieved symmetry. All right, I'm giving myself a little bit of tunes. Okay. So let me show you this hot mess. I want to get across the idea of what my thoughts are. So I was watching Pre-Built, some of his stuff, and he did a design that I've seen a handful of times. If you saw, it is very similar to what Pancake did. So Pancake did, yeah, Ben, you can just come in here and hit, what is it under? It's show options, level tools. I can come in here and do show stability on one of these. I'll find it eventually. There we go. Down here. Now you're going to have to recalc stability to have it show. And obviously this is a freaking hot mess right now. So I'm not, this was just prototyping in my head how I want the pathing to function. So the way this is going to work, and we're going to end up building here-ish. So it's going to be closer, but we're going to have the zombies scale up here because zombies will always try to get to your elevation first. All right. And then they'll try to get to where you are on that elevation level. And I got to work out the block, like the sizing of this, but this whole structure, it was going to be too chunky and too similar to what I've already done in the series. So I didn't want to repeat what I've done. So I'm just going to nuke all of this. but this is the idea. I want you to keep this in your head. We're going to map it out on the ground first. And then I'll start building the idea that I have here. So let's grab all this and we're going to make it all go away. Can I help you?
I need switches.
All right, my child needs scritches. Hold on 1 second. All right, go to bed. All right, hold on 1 second. Oh, she already ran away. My child wanted scritches. So it's over here. Go to bed.
Why?
All right. All right, we good? There we go. That is a nightly ritual in the house. I am responsible for the scritches. So she was just sitting to the side off screen, just waiting, staring at me. Future, oh, she is for sure a future streamer. I think everyone in my house is gonna, I mean, my 15 or now 16-year-old streams as well, and I'm trying to get him focused into, like, you know, what he wants to do from a stream perspective. So Florida man, I've got, so just for the record, I've got 8, 16, and 21. So I've got the gamut of ages for experience. All right, so we're just going to put this in here right now for spacing purposes. I want to think about this now. I don't know that I want this to be this close to the base. I'm pretty old, but so my oldest I took guardianship of when he was 16, so he was inherited. So this is gonna be what, 4 blocks? So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do another 3. 1, 2, 3. Because here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so my wife and I were always on the fence of whether we wanted to have a third kid, and she had a pretty rough pregnancy, and we just said, you know what, we'll leave the door open to something if it comes along, in terms of adoption or, you know, foster kids, you know, something along those lines. And my nephew came along, and so it was a win-win for everyone. So we're gonna grab this. We're gonna start building out this section here. So we're gonna double flip that again. Copy J, delete it, slide it back in. And let's see if this is right. Distance wise, let's see if this is right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right. Now we can get rid of. I'm a hugger, I get it. All right, so now, oh, look at that, folks. That's just fucking gorgeous. I like when stuff comes together like this. I think this is going to have a very unique type of feel to it. I might spend a lot of resources on these doors, but I really love the connectivity of these. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this, folks. And I think this starts to get to where I want to go. And again, just like before, I'm going to build everything with cubes. And then we're going to adjust. We'll give the character the flavor to it afterwards. Also, hey, one of the things I'm curious to hear from everyone, you know, I put out the don't go for the third as a trap, trust me. Is everyone having the same problems that I'm hearing out there about the cop spit? Like, I feel like the great cop spit dilemma has been overblown. And I mean, yes, it's annoying that they're targeting, you know, the half blocks and things like that, but I'm not going to build my base entirely around cop spit. Nice, Greg. Nice. Yeah, well, Ben, if you're not used to, yeah, it depends on how much you do cocktails. See, Rookie, I refuse to just stop using them. I'm not going to stop using them. I forgot who, but they found that if a person is standing on and under a full block, they don't spit at half blocks. That is some of the dumbest shit ever. Yeah, I know Pseudo's done most of the research on it, and I've watched some of his stuff. I'm not gonna lie, folks. I'm gonna keep pretending like that problem doesn't exist. That is my life choice. All right, so I'm going to, before I build up, we're going to map this out on the ground. So first things first, I need to be able to get up to this elevation right here. So somewhere, somehow, you know what? I'm just going to build it out of concrete because I might as well. We'll figure out how we adjust this later. Why did that switch screens on me for a second there? All right. So I don't want to fill all this in, so we're going to do some cheating and do that. And then probably do some there. All right, that gets us a little bit of a head start. And obviously I'll figure out we're probably going to go ramp the whole way up or stairs, one way or the other. Gin drink from a local distillery. Yeah, gin is so easy to hide and have it really kick your ass. All right, so we're gonna grab this and this. So Chessa, I don't think it's a straight XML change. I think, because I don't know that they intentionally did it. This is my guess. I think this was a mistake. All right, so I'm just setting this over to the side for right now. And I hate how ugly that looks, but we'll deal with it in a second. So what I want to do is lay out the perimeter of the Horde section. So this is leading to the Horde section. And we're going to start with a box, because we start with boxes and we adapt. And we don't need a ton of space to fight in here, other than the plan for this is to have 3 fighting positions. And we don't want to have a ton of space in between them, but we want some level of separation for safety's sake. So I think, unfortunately, I am going to have to come out a little bit. So I'm just going to start to spec this out as a straight square, and then we'll think about it from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then one more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, speakers are dumb. I mean, they're kind of just annoying. You can I have used them for alerts just to let me know when zombies are there. I mean, Chessa, I've got a whole XML rip that I did on all the blocks. I could look back at it and see what characteristics, if there's a specific characteristic. Why does this look wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, because I went odd numbers in one space and even in others. All right, so let's start thinking about fighting positions. I really like Tem's idea of having 2 different. Yes, Ben, I also like that idea. I might be fine with this. All right, so first off, we're gonna have, there's fighting position 1. There's fighting position 2. There's fighting position 3. Okay. So the question is there a way to kind of isolate these positions a little bit so that you're not getting tapped from multiple? I guess I could throw a rolling door or anything else like that in front of it, and it's probably fine. If that's the case, I can probably shrink this down. So the next thing that we need is lighting up here. So there's going to be, and again, I'm just slapping these down so you can conceptually get where I'm going with this. So door. Might not hurt to try and narrow down what it might be. Yeah. Yeah, I should, at this point in time, I can probably release the research that I did. I kept it kind of secret because it was a lot of work. It was me and hours analyzing the XML from about 4 different files and bringing them all to a central file. But I can probably release it at this stage. I shared it with a few folks in the creator space and asked them not to like release it out to the general public. So here's 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4. Several ways I can do this. And this, folks, is going to be some crazy path testing once we get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to look like madness until I get to the end. And how many did I go here? 3? Four? Yeah, 4s I think you're required. Yeah, so this, Chessa, this was hours with a combination of me writing Python scripts using ChatGPT. We're gonna go 4 across here and hope that's good enough. So Python scripts with ChatGPT to rip and combine tons of XML to run analysis on things. Which was a fun learning experience. We're going to trim this in. We're just going to try to save ourselves some blocks amounts. Let's trim this back to here. Isn't minimum distance. So the distance is calculated funky. Yeah, Python is the easiest to run locally when you're just if you want to run scripts, Python is like it's where it's at. If I just want to do quick data manipulation, Python is so easy. Do I work? Yes, I do. Remember that thing that I said that I'm just heading up to Seattle next week? That's for the day job. Oh, sorry, sorry, Florida man, I missed the other part. For fun, or for the fun pimps? No. This is for me. This is for me for learning. Okay, so here's where we're at, folks, and I'm really thinking I'm liking this design. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've got a good relationship with the Fun Pimps. I went out to TwitchCon last year, which was a lot of fun, and got to meet some of the team there. And we've stayed in good contact, and so I have helped out with some videos and things like that for them. And I offer up my opinions on things to them at times. Oh shit. Okay. Whew. I was like, I wasn't ready to delete that quite yet. All right, so I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. I think this is going to be good. I'm really liking this, folks. Like in my head, if this works, I think this is going to be first off, a lot of fun. Second of all, people were asking me to build something. One of the requests was, hey, can you do something a little bit less conventional? And this would definitely fall under that category. Now, the real question is, when I get done with this, is what the resource cost is going to be. You should use your Stream Deck to set up some macros for copy delete. I don't know that it would help me, Ben. I mean, I've got 3 Stream Decks in front of me, and they're all being used for different stuff. When I'm streaming, typically I use 2 Stream Decks for, in general, for doing the integration streams. I've got one Stream Deck that's dedicated to all the, yes, and I would use more. I would easily use more. I have an extra large. I have a Pro, one of the new ones with knobs, and then I have a 16 button. So the 16 button one, or what is that? 1, 2, 3, 18 button. So the 18 button attaches to my second PC. So if you've watched the Abyss, I use that Stream Deck because when I record on the Abyss, I'm recording 2 sets of gameplay at the same time, much like if you've seen what Tem does, Guns, Nerds, and Steel. So I've got a second camera, and I can control that camera with my other Stream Deck. So I can both hit record on my 2 Stream Decks at the same time so that I can, sync the 2 sets of footage up. But then also, if I want that other screen to pan or move in a specific direction, I control that all from the Stream Deck. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I ever lived without one. And I'm not even talking just for gaming. They are so versatile. They just have so much application. Yeah, I freaking love them. All right, so here's what we're gonna do, folks. We're going to delete this all, and we're gonna bring it up to the top level. Oops, not that, not that, not that. Bring it straight up. This one. All right, so we're gonna start to see how this comes together, and I'm feeling this. I think this is gonna be good. I can't wait to test this. Actually, I hope it works. I got into the wrong trade. All right, let's pull this out to here. So I cannot wait to share with you all the new studio. Once it's going to take me a few months to get it fully up and ready to the level that I want it to be. But folks, streaming is going to be dreamy out of this thing. It's going to be so good. The new setup is and the new studio will double as a recording studio. So I am doing full-on bass traps in every corner of the room. I'm doing there's going to be lighting and sound truss from the ceiling and a sound cloud above me, and then some additional sound reinforcement. There's going to be a diffuser on the wall. It's just, I'm really hoping that I use it to get back into music, which is another hobby of mine. So there's rock wool inside of the walls already, Ben, but I'm also going to probably use rock wool for building all of my, because I'm going to custom build all the sound aspects for like the panels and stuff for my sound clouds and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be using rock wool. But I had them installed, so there's also already rock wool installed in all the surrounding walls and the ceiling above me, and it's in the basement. So no, so I am not going full legit, because for anyone who's, so if you build if you want to build an actual professional home studio, you build a room inside of a room. That's what Ben's referring here to. And the moment you go that route, your cost goes astronomical. Like what I've done is just kind of doing some light sound treatment to the walls. And then because I know how to build, you know, all the right sound stuff, I can do it pretty cost effectively. Once you're talking about room inside of a room shit, you're talking, you know, $80,000, $100,000 for a little recording studio. It gets bonkers. I don't have the dedication to focusing on music enough to do that, for one. And I don't have the funds to do it for two. My day job doesn't pay me that much. I am in fact not. All right, so let's start thinking about these now. These will be basic fighting positions. We'll make little pods here. Just start to think of how this is all setting up. And then we're going to start to build. We know. Let's see what the wavy plates on the walls. You mean the little foam panels? They don't do much. In a highly reflective room, they'll help a little bit. It you know, it all depends on what you're doing, folks. Like, I think it was Epost Vox, which is one of my creators that I really enjoy. And he put out a video that said stop spending money on gear, and it was a valid point. Like, you know, all of us content creators are hellaciously guilty of overspending. All right, so let's go ahead and just look at a stability calc on everything here. All right, so that's kind of what I figured. So here's the question. I don't think I want to worry about this. That would be fun, Ben. That would be fun. So, you know, for everyone, it depends on what you're doing, but like sound clouds are cheap to do. Relatively speaking. I honestly, so those foam bits that you can put like on the walls and the ceiling, I looked into those, and to cover my ceiling, which is going to be important because I've got parallel walls or ceilings, you know, ceiling to floor that are hard surfaces are like your ultra bad, super bad. You never want that. All right, I think this is going to work here. We'll see what this does to this. And I think I do want one more along this plank. But sound clouds are not that hard to make. Yeah, so you can also make them with wool, or sorry, not wool, but you can make them with foam. I'm gonna go the extra route and go the rock wool probably. Which does add some cost, but there's some effective ways of doing them. How do you tell if a room's... So Chessa, if you go into the room, go into the center of a room and clap, and like, this room's horrible. The room that I am in is absolutely ridiculously bad. You can't hear it, but you'll hear what's called flutter echo. And essentially what it is when you create sound, different frequencies are going to react to surfaces differently. But anytime you have a sound occur, it's going to hit a wall, and then it's going to reflect back. And you can do different things to break up those reflections, absorb those reflections. But if you have parallel walls, then you're going to just have that echo go back and forth and back and forth. And that's why in a studio, most of the time in professional studios, they will actually build the studio intentionally off kilter. So they'll take one of the walls and make it slightly angled so that the sound never goes back and forth. All right, this has got to come down here. Exactly. Exactly. And here's the thing, folks. Most of this stuff does not matter just for a YouTube studio. I'm going overkill because I also want to do some podcasting and some other things that I want to experiment with. I want to leave myself open to a number of different options of making income for myself. And because I'm building from scratch and have that option, I want to leave the door open for as many, as many ideas as I can come up with. Yeah, you don't want a dead room. So, rooms have character to them, and that's okay. You don't want to absorb everything. Or you do. Like if it's a producing studio, you kind of do. You don't want any of the reflections in the room. You just want to hear, like in a perfectly treated studio, you should not be able to understand where the sound is coming from when you're sitting at the studio position, which is really kind of cool. Does this look like a total mess to everyone yet? We're at the point in time where we're about to do some zombie testing here, because I want to see if this functions right now. Did I put in normal doors here? I did, but they're all oriented wrong. Is there a block calculator? There's not. You know what, Ben? This would actually be very easy to build. Looks hard, but would not be hard. Lots of scaffolding to make it work. But ultimately, this design is not that bad. Now, I would also absolutely... this whole thing isn't necessary. So I would do something like this. Nerd pillars for the win. Yeah, lots of frame shapes to make this happen. But otherwise, this is looking good. All right, now I put in regular ones, which is good. Yeah, Chessa, then don't do anything overkill. Like get some of the foam pads to put behind you so that your voice isn't bouncing off the wall and back at you on that. You can put a few to the sides if you want. The other thing is that sound clouds are overkill. So you can always just put carpets on the floor, and that's going to take out that. I hate carpet. That's just a personal... my wife is like, get a cool carpet and put it down in your studio floor. And I'm like, I no. I don't want a cool carpet. I don't want a carpet. No carpet. I just want hardwood floors. So the floor to ceiling carpets will do good work. I just don't like it with my gaming chair because you're gonna roll around and... All right, so I think we're to a point. Let's just throw up some garbage walls on the side here. I just want to test if zombies will path this. So the other thing I will say, anyone who's interested, like I will be posting as I go through the build process. I'm probably going to start another YouTube channel on the setup. I actually love that, Ben. I like the sliding chair action. It's I'm a fan. So I haven't had a chance to do this, but I'm also reworking Discord and going to add a content section so I can share some of my learnings in Discord and have folks who do content stuff share with each other, just, you know, because I enjoy geeking out over all the nerdy aspects of content creation. It's actually probably one of my favorite things about doing it is the nerd factor. All right, so now we slap a ghetto roof on this, and we have a crappy horde base. We can put in some quick rails or whatever, not bars. Never bars, folks. Never. Don't ever bars. Almost time for beer number 2. All right, we're just gonna, just for testing, slap these in here. Welcome in, Samuel, and thank you. Only for drinking. You came in at the right time. We're about to test the concept here, and see how it goes. So we're gonna do just one last stability check. We're gonna recalc and show stability. I don't think anything should fall over. That's red, but I'm kind of okay with that being red. I'm not sure that I want a support beam there or not. Just like I'm not sure if I really want one here. You know, that's a bunch of extra material to add on. Yeah, no block counter. So, all right, let's save this. And we're going to bring in some zombies and see if they will path the way I'd like them to. So we're going to play test this. And I just realized I didn't fix the where the ground elevation was. So it might be a little bit jacked. We'll see how it looks. We did fix the elevation, so we're good. Let's just grab ourselves whatever, a tier 6 loadout, sure. And I don't really care. Definitely don't want a drone. Sure, we'll put some clothes on, I guess. And I really don't care about most of this. All right. Did we get a whatever? We've got knacks. We've got some knucks. We're ready to kick some ass. We're good. Okay, cool. Really, I just needed a gun. All right, so we're gonna come up here. Let's go ahead and let's see. So we're gonna try for the farthest one first. So we're gonna flip this one up. So that one's activated, that one's not, and that one's not. So here's the first experiment. I do like the deagle. All right. So let's go ahead and pop out of body, out of mind. And we're gonna come down here. And we're going to go ahead and summon whatever. Some feral Arlene's. Where does she go? Can she figure it out? Wow, she is super confused. She's not beaten on anything though. Okay. This is fascinating. Okay, let's play with this. Oh, I thought she was gonna figure it out. She is there. Okay. Okay, let's hold on. Let's fix one thing real quick here. Let's make life easier. Let's ramp it up. Let's see if this makes, because they don't like to jump. Have the stairs point at the center of the base. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the neatest way to do it. Let's just try this and see if this makes a difference. All right, so let's try again. Some feral bikers. Oh. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Okay. All right, did we leave this one open? No. Oh, we did leave this one open. Let's leave this one closed. Look at that pathing. Now this jackhole is just beating on the side for a second. That whole unwholesome feeling we get. I don't want, now that's weird. Would you say that 7 Days to Die is? I don't think it's a yes or no. I think for me it's sorry, let me get out of this. And so I enjoy both. There's definitely a tower defense aspect to it. I don't look at anything in 7 Days to Die as realistic. All right, let's flip this one up. I don't get, I look from a gameplay perspective, you know, a game balance perspective. All right, so they're coming to this one. Let's dump you down. Let's see if they'll come over to this one. I don't know what playing as intended. You know, what is intended? It's a good question. I think the Fun Pimps have a way that they intend the game to be played. I don't think there's a right way to play the game. I think if you have fun with the game, then that's good. I don't like cheese bases, but I don't begrudge anyone who does, if that's what you're into, because some people play the game. We all play the game for different fucking reasons, folks. Why are they jumping, Chessa? I don't know, but I haven't built, we're going to build something on the front of this. So some people, this is the frustrating part for me, folks. I'm gonna. So I mentioned I'm friends with some of the developers at the Fun Pimp, but this is me and my frustration with 7 Days to Die. I don't know why the Fun Pimps try to control how we play the game. As long as there's multiple ways of everyone playing 7 Days to Die and finding their own flavor of fun, I think that that's what's the best part. Because in my community, I've got people who are just thugs. They are stone cold killers, and they are going to go out and quest and loot until the end of time, and they don't want to build a base. They'll take over a POI and slap a few blocks up and call it a day and survive the Horde and be fine. Or they'll just run it on foot, because let's be honest, folks, you can survive a max game stage Horde on foot. It's a viable thing once you're fully geared up. So play whatever makes it fun. Yeah, I don't like the zombies on the ground. I wish the Fun Pimps would mix it up and give us some more meta, like a new meta to play the game. Because here's the thing, you can play with a turtle box on the ground and it just becomes the game of repairs, and I don't like that. I like to think of how I can play smart and creative and have kind of interesting looking base. Yeah, and Red Knight, all those are viable ways. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I'm reading through the comments for a second, so if I'm quiet, I'm trying to respond to y'all. Yeah, I was about to say I've got a lot of community members that just turn Horde Night off. Samuel, not particularly. There's no reason they'd ever beat on these blocks, and if they do, that's what this path is for, and this path. So, if I look at this with stability on, recalc and show stability. So, good point. Actually, I might put one here. So let's go back into the editor. I don't care about the third one. I mean, and here's the thing, folks. If you have the extra resources, yes, go ahead and add that extra support. But in terms of just being kind of smart about things and saving your resources for what matters, and this one actually does matter. And this one matters because if I lose this one, then I also lose this path over here. So yes, they are coded to take the fastest path to you. They will go up in elevation first to get to your elevation, and then they'll move to you. So the whole idea, and I think it's 14 blocks ish that you'll start to cause problems. So because I'm here and they'll come up here, we should be pretty good. Honestly, I might go with stairs here. You can go with stairs or ramps. So I think this will also, we might have better luck with them because the one guy just stopped up there, which was just ridiculous. So I think that is a pretty solid structure, and I don't, I can even clear. We're going to take another look up here. Let's take that out as well. I'm going to, I'm going minimalistic on what we need for resources here, just to see if we can be as skinny as possible. Yes, Octavius, that's very true. That is all valid stuff. I'd be worried about the cop demo explosions on the main drag. If that falls, then you get nothing. Are you talking about here, Ben? I mean, in a normal game, you're probably right. It might be worth it. So for anyone new who's coming in and understands the context of what I'm building for. So I'm building for the Abyss series. Now, what I might do for some redundancy on this one is I might put in some round ladders on the sides here. And that just gives me a fail safe in case this pathway dies. There's this. Oh, you mean along here? Yeah, so I'm not going to fight them until they get to here. There's no reason to fight them until they're here. So the other thing to figure out here, because I would like, and I might just go lazy on this. We might go cop spit. God, I hate the cop spit. So you almost always want to have electrical fences across here. Couple pillars with ladders on the outside. Yeah, I don't want too many. Well, so first off, Ben, there's going to be the whole idea of this is that we're going to flip this and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we're going to basically, when we're done, here's what it's going to look like. We're going to take, yeah, you follow me now? You get what I'm cooking here? So here's what it's going to look like. Yep, you got it. Just like that. And that's not, so I know this looks big, but that's not a lot of blocks. That is not a ton of blocks right there. For that level of redundancy, that's pretty efficient. Let's just carry this out here so that we... I think I like this. I think I'm feeling it, folks. Yeah, I mean, yes. So here's the thing also, folks. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. That's the opposite of what I wanted to do. I wanted to delete that. ZZJ, done. How many blocks currently? Yeah, turrets for birds on the roof, Ben. Standard fare. I might actually put the turrets on the crafting portion. So the idea would be, and again, folks, this is ugly. This is all blocks. We'll figure out how to make it pretty in a little bit. For the purpose of stream, I just wanted to get something functional. So this up here will be all the... This will be the crafting area. I'm guessing, if I had to guess, yeah, 400 for this side, maybe. I'm guessing you're looking at a total of 1,500 blocks. How about no? I'm gonna skip on that. I am gonna pour myself another beer though. It is beer o'clock for the next one. So I am for beer number 2, we are doing a Trappist. I'm a huge fan of Belgians. I haven't been doing as many Belgians recently, but I'm gonna do good old Rochefort 10. So this is what we're going with tonight. It is very tasty stuff. And I've intentionally, I like to try to pull out my beers in order so that they come up to temperature, because you don't, it's not a beer you want at fridge temperature. It's too cold. You actually want it to warm up just a little bit. So cheers all. And that is perfect temperature. All right, let's get back to the build. Okay. So here's the next question. And trap wise, I'd love to fit some electrical fences in here. I'm not sure how I want to do that. Yeah, so a lot of people, it depends on the type of beer. So people hear like, I don't want warm beer. And I'm like, I don't want warm beer either, but I do want room temperature beer, depending upon the type it is. If it's an IPA, I want it cold. I want it ice cold. But if it's a stout, if it's a Belgian, if it's an ESB, or, you know, any of your mild English or English bitters, you know, I want those all up around the room temperature perspective. So, all right, so let's start thinking traps here. So this is all just physical at this stage. It's all personal preference. I'm not a mead person. I can't get into mead. It's not my jam. All right, we're gonna close. So that's closed in. We got to make that look pretty later. Electric fences are to stun them and nothing else. The damage from electric fences is pretty meh. But the stun factor for electric fences is ridiculous. But the problem is, it makes your base so freaking chunky. Let me just think for a second. If I were to do this, do I have electric fences sitting in here? And also, so there's, because this is going in the Abyss series, there's several things that come into mind for me. When I build a base for the Abyss series, I am really trying hard to be able to do a tutorial on how to build the base. So if you wanted to do it in your world, you could. And I'm not going to lie, the last one about broke me. That was an insane amount of effort to do the one that I just released today. It's just rough. The testing and getting it all right, because I don't like to release a base if I don't believe in it. Have you tried using electric fences over top of burning barrels? How would you put the burning barrels below them? Are you talking about like a scenario where you did... can you craft burning barrels? You sink them into the ground? I have not tried that. I like the idea. I don't know that I'm going to do that for this because it's going to be overly complicated. And yes, Ben, I will make it so that the electric fences are repairable. It can be quite I bet so. Lighting shit on fire is rather cinematic. No doubt. So Ben, here is what my thoughts are. I used this trick recently and I liked it. So what we can do is we can come in here. Yeah, I don't think crafting them is part of vanilla. I can't remember. Yeah, you used to be able to use them and do some pretty nasty damage, but they nerfed the shit out of it a ways back. Don't look at explosions. Well, Ben, I'm not done yet. Just bear with me. I'm not done. If you ran the wires vertically, it's so so here's the tricky part. You know what? Actually, wait. We went through this last time. And I've got an idea because of how we've got this laid out. We might be able to get away with this. Valid point on the vertical. The problem is errant cop spit here, folks. That's the real problem. Because how do I want to do this? I don't have a good way to do this. Actually, I do. Yeah, so the whole thought of this was to build it out and then place kind of a cage around it. If you're doing the vertical approach, God, it's just tough. So if I think about this, so let's start to build out we'll build out one fighting position. So you can do it with ramps, but you need something to force them. Now my tendency is typically here to go with at least wedge blocks. So like a wedge 60 and push them out twice. So there we go. So we'll put that there and grab the other half of our wedge 60 and push that up, copy that rotation, and boom. Now we could go for something like, let's see, wait, nope, yep. So we could do this and then we could pull it all the way out with the narrow tip. And then you could try laying this down out here. I'm just worried about the errant cop spit. That's my biggest concern. So if you do something like this, you have to protect it the whole way around. So I need to either put like plates, or I would go with scaffolding planks just for if you use vertical, cop spit hits it when close enough to do repairs. Yeah, but it's hard to get. So here's the thing. I either go here and here, you know, something like here and here, which is going to be rough. It's going to be exposed, or it's going to be a massive cage to protect it. Otherwise, I do something Like, I guess I could go up a few levels. I could do something like this. So ideally it's well out of range. And just slap it up here and hope that it gets ignored. And hope that it doesn't get hit by like an errant cop. But then I've got to figure out a spot like, you know, basically bring a cage below the base at this level. Exactly, Precious Silver. We found that out the hard way. I had to completely rebuild the last base because of that reason. It's the whole reason, like in the past, I would have done this orientation right here. Yeah, it's a tough lesson to learn. Because if you do this setup here, it's not going to hit them until they break through that first block. What exactly is the problem? So Team Venture Game, the problem is figuring out how to place electric fences in the current meta. Actually, you know what? This might work. Let me try an idea. Okay, we're gonna preserve that block, and that block. Okay, that's gonna be a holy block. And actually, let's do this. Oh, yeah, no problem. So it's gonna be hard to show Team Venture in this setup. What changed to make it an issue? The placement of the electric fence. So can you see, like, if I go in close here, do you see how the electric fence is extended beyond the bounds of the box and is shifted to the right? So if you see that, what ends up happening if I place this one here, and I'm not going to be able to show you here, but if I went into play test, you would see it. So that extends out there, and if I put another one here, the place that the wire is going to connect from here to here, if a zombie runs across, they are not going to get shocked. It's actually going to be inside the wall, a block behind this. It's super janky.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy
Pants. Yeah, I don't know why they changed this. It's very bizarre. So really, if you want zombies to get zapped on this front face, you need to have this set up. They need to be here like that, and then you're guaranteed that they're gonna hit it. All right. So bear with me for a second as I fix this here. What do I want? Hey, Madness, what's up? Welcome in. We're just, we're tossing shit together. I'm hoping to get to a point where I can try this on a Horde night by end of stream. All right, so that's going to be our grenade chute. I want to make sure that we have this in place. So I'm going to grab us some shutters. I don't care what type. Steel shutters, sure. We'll probably put in steels at this point in time. So give me just a second to toss this together. Okay, so one there, and one there. All right, and then... Oh, shit. See, that's not going to work either. We're gonna have to test this in game. Hey, Ro, I'm ignoring that. I refuse to be scared. You kept blowing yourself up. Oh, man. I use them all the time. All right, we're going to take this into play testing where I can actually run cables for a second, just because I need that for theory crafting. So we're going to save this for a second and we're going to bring it into play test. It's so frustrating because you can't run wires at all in without pulling into a playtest environment. Does this have a wire tool just sitting here? It should. All right. Yeah, I just want to see where the cables run at this stage. So Red Knight, that's what I want to know. Your question. Your question is exactly what I was testing. And yes, this would shock me brilliantly. Here's the other question. That's not very useful. Oh, true statement. True statement. All right. This is all experimentation at this point. Straddling the live wire. Okay, so that is not going to get anywhere near. Okay. Need a dev gun real quick. Let's grab one of these. You still run 3 posts in a single chain to give your... The wire needs to be right across here. And you want the repair to it to come right next to you. So we're just experimenting here. So the original idea was to carry it from up here and bring it straight down to below here, but I don't think there's any good way to do it. I think we're back to the original idea here, folks. I don't like any of these solutions. I think this is... Yeah, it's pretty ugly to do it that way. I still think here's the way I think this has to go. Let's just pull us back into the editor. I think my original concept was the one that's going to work. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that and see how it shakes out and see how vulnerable it is. All right. So if we're back here, I could make a platform below, but it starts to cause some other problems because I do want a grenade chute. It is one heck of a chalice. It's pretty. So let's just go with this route. Let's take a regular ramp piece. We're going to do this on one side and then we're going to copy it because there's no reason to do it twice. Yes, Ro, you used to. It is much more complicated to do that now. And if I was building a base on like a community server, I would have 2 rows. I would spend the resources to make that happen. And you would drop this down 1 level and then you would raise a tier up above it and you would have them the 2 points, one set coming down, 1 set coming up. But honestly, when you've got this much redundancy, you don't need 2 posts in series. It's a little bit overkill. So what we're going to do is this. We put these here and I'll do this side and then I'm going to copy it over to there and you'll see where I'm going with it. And honestly, this keep things interesting looking. And we're not, how do I want to do this? I don't want to create the same pod structure that I've done every other time. So let's do a ramp corner here though. And then we need to protect these 2 sides here. So we can just come up with something like just that narrow wedge tip that we had. Or we could go with plate ramps. Plate ramp is your other good solution for this. God, it looks so good. It's so weird when you don't square it off though. All right, so we'll put that there. Put that there. And put that there. Why would you use bulletproof glass? It costs a shit ton of resources and doesn't do anything useful. It looks cool. It doesn't though. It looks horrible. Bulletproof glass has those horrible lines in it. All right. So is this ideal? No. Will this work? Yes. I don't know how bad this is to build. I mean, I can build this easily. Other than having concrete. Window blocks have standard health, Red Knight. Or it's complicated. They take 5 health and then they drop to the base material. All right, so let's try this now. All right, that's a 3x3. Yep. All right, so I can copy that, slide it over here. Then you're using the wrong type of window. Oh, I didn't copy far enough out. Yes, windows have the same, folks. Here, let me show you an example. You got to use the right type of windows. Not all windows are created equal. So I think the store windows are bad. Where is it? What do I use? Like the industrial window, just the standard industrial. There we go. Or yeah, window industrial full. Okay. Let's go punch some windows, folks. Let's test in real time. So this block here, 5,000 health. This window, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's punch it some more. 5,000 health. There you go. Exact same. Same as the material. 5,000, 5,000. We good? So I know that the industrial window 01, window full, I think 02. Yes, Chessa, if you are using, and I found this out when I was building the bridge, if you are using the corner piece, it's better. If you're yes, so it does, you have to test the specific windows you're playing with. The corner windows that someone was just who just referenced to it, Chessa mentioned it. So if you're using the corner pieces, hey Leo, welcome in. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Like these cause problems and don't have the amount of health. Trying to find a good oh, sorry, I should have just been in the window section and not typed win. Yeah, these ones are problematic. Like if you're using these are gonna have lower health. So same thing, pop the 5 here, but see, that one's only gonna have 500. So just be aware of the type of windows you're building. These types are robust, the other ones are not. But play with that, because yeah, you got different options. I hate how chunky this is. And I don't like how overly complicated it is. What if we just build this as a... What if we go with the crunk approach? Maybe I just leave it squared there and then just... You could tell me why you hate rails. I don't hate rails. I hate bars. Bars are worthless. Rails are good. Rails good? Bars no. Rails good? Bars no. Bars are like inferior rails. You can't repair through them. You can't pick anything up through them. When we get to the play test, I'll explain it. It's hard to show you here. I want this simplified, folks. I really do. We're gonna stick to ramps, and so part of the challenge here, folks, and if you're building this in your own world, get creative with how you do stuff. But for the purposes of me building this right now, I'm trying to make it as easy for someone to pick it up and build as possible. Do I have that linked here? I meant to have that as part of one of my macros. That video is one of my favorite videos, and it was enlightening to do the research, and I walked away from that and I was like, holy crap, this makes everything so much easier. All right, we're gonna do this as simplistically as possible. So I'm going to take a little bit of a no-brainer approach to this one. It's not going to be as pretty as I might do. But it will accomplish the task. I mean, that one I learned a lot on though. So I'll grab that real quick. That should be a macro that I have up here because that is like regular viewing that I sent. Let me see, Rook. Is that the right one? That's right. Rook can do it. No, Rook. That's not it. Much older video than that one. It's blocks you can shoot through. Blocks you can, or I think the title was shoot through steel or something like that. Steel. I don't remember. I've made too many videos when I can't find it. Rook, if you can find the video to post it, it's you can shoot through steel and it's all the blocks. It goes into the detail of basically the block characteristics from an XML perspective without having to go into the XML perspective. And it helps a lot for understanding. All right, I think this is cleaner. Unknown, yes you can. Yes you can. That is still completely viable. All right, that is still a little chunkier than I'd like it to be, but that is at least workable. Okay. Oh God. Yes, that one. I was slow. Rook, you're fine, buddy. Not slow. All right, that's perfect. All right, and then same thing. We're just going to replicate these on the other side. One there. One there. Indeed, Rook for the win. All right, put those up like that. And I would argue, like, I would tie this up. I'm just going to do it, folks, because that's cleaner, right? You do that real quick. That's not that hard to build. See, so you've got these little pods. Now when you're in the inside, you have access to these for repairs. So the last thing we need to do is we need to create a similar situation on the side over here. Except for this one doesn't need to be nearly as robust. I gotta think of this. So right side, right side, right side. What time are we at? We're at 9:40. My time. I really want to get to the horde portion of this. So we're gonna finish up this part here. Let's get rid of this. This doesn't have to be nearly as chunky up here now. And honestly, we might have gone up. How high is this? I don't like to be claustrophobic on the inside, and this isn't necessary anymore. So that should give us good sight lines. If something drops, nothing should go into rage, so you shouldn't have a problem there. The last thing, so when you add these trapdoors, folks, here's the thing. Always do this. Always and forever. Don't not do this. Underneath here, you're gonna put these little catches here. This is what stops you from having a really bad horde night. Because when you don't do this, and grab this little block, this little pull half side centered, you're gonna rotate this until it fits right up there like so. One there. There we go. Yeah, you fall into the mosh pit. And now you can't fall through. There's no way. You can't do it. As hard as you try, if you duck, you still can't do it. How many times? I don't want to talk about it. They're bad memories, man. They're bad. So I think that that's all good. Now we need to come up. Yeah, we need to come up with this side over here. So let's bring it out straight from the side here. So we need essentially electric fence propped up there. And this one can be pretty straightforward. We can just, because it's not on a corner, we can just pot it up, just boop, boop, boop. I'm a fan of this too. I'm so excited. I love how it just cleans up when you pull those up and it's full separation. Yeah. All right, but we're going to copy this same format here. Because this will just carry the aesthetic, and I think I can build it once and explain to people like this is how you build it. And then I should have just kept one of these going, and you know, I hate the drawbridges, folks. I wish they weren't so damn chunky. They take up so much space. All right, so we're going to copy this. We're going to bring it over to here. We're going to paste it out in the middle of nowhere land. We're going to hit X and X to rotate it twice. We're going to copy it. We're going to delete it. We're going to slide it right back up against the wall. Right there. And then we need to pop out this last inside bit here. Oh, shit. Nope, it's not just you. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. But with the magic of copy and paste, it's fixed. And I also copied the whole thing now, so I can come over here, spin it out here, paste it, double rotate it, copy it, delete it, slide it back in, and fix the other side too. So we'll slide this right on back into here like so, and boom. Oh, we went too far. Control Z, baby. Slide it out by one. Nope, that's so wrong. Control Z. There we go. We all do. I mean, it's just... All right, so that's pretty solid. Just need to pop that out. So this is, so what I would probably do, so for Horde Nights, this one's too far away. This feels good. This feels good. That feels good. I would probably like, well, for one, let's, oh, you know what we can do now? Let's try something. I'm just, oh, yes. Watch this, folks. This is kind of cool. I forgot that you can do this now. I just noticed this, and I gotta play with this more. There's got to be some better application of this. Double door. Wait. Seriously? There we go. All right, well, I'll let chat respond to that. So that's kind of nice. You can put in some bits here to give you protection so that you're not getting cross hit on those items. I like that. I like that. I don't know that I want to spend the resources for it. So we'll play through a Horde night and see how it goes. All right, so the other big question is where we put electrical in here. And the other thing is we got to control the lanes. So let's grab some switches. We're going to need... So flipping on the lane, and lane. And we got to finish up the fighting position as well. So we're going with my standard fighting position. Now, I got to say, folks, my new favorite fighting position now, and kudos, I can't remember who it was in stream, but this cube 1/2 1 meter, this is my favorite new fighting position. So this, and then last time I did the poles on the outside, but I really like the plate on the outside. Where was it? The whole plate. Is it just a whole plate? Yeah, there we go. I like this setup. That out here. And I don't know why I'm doing this twice, folks. I should copy and paste. Always copy and paste. Don't do what I'm doing. And then you need one last set of blocks on the side. And I don't care what it is, but you need another set of blocks on the side for reinforcement. The one that I used on the last set of base was this, something like this. And then I used the triple set, which I do love. It looks good. It gives some character, like something like this. Woo, pop. Oh, we went through that. But that's just giving you extra fortifications around the edges. Blonde, what's going on, girl? So I think we're gonna keep this nice and clean and simple. Do something like that, and then maybe a cube corner beveled right there. We'll bring it up to, sure. That's funky. It's fun. Could you use a plain plate block? Absolutely, Tweedledee. You can use whatever you want. This just gives a little bit more character, but yeah, plate block would be fine here. You could also do something like a gable block might be cool too, if you want to give a different characteristic. The lower, where's the gable pyramid? Gives it kind of a studded look. Thank you, dear. this guy right here. The pyramid wedge 60 bars. No! Like you could do that. Kill that last part. Get rid of that. You could do that. I don't think I like that though, quite honestly. That looks a little tacky. But you could do... Yeah, I mean, you could put any block there. Any block there that's going to give it, in my opinion, some character. Ben, I'm going to throw you out a window, buddy. When you have a... Oh, man, it hurts. It hurts. The spikes are the horrible... All right. I'm just looking through stuff to see like what else could I use that might be fun. Arch 3M middle. That would be fun. That would be something different. I would absolutely do that. Do it that way. You could also actually, here's another one that I would use that would look cool. I love the scaffolding plank. Pack mule first, for sure. Pro move right there. All right, we're gonna go with that. That's something different. Oh no, I totally lied. Okay, don't do this. So this is a huge no-no, folks. See how I've created a spot where I can stand here? If you can stand here, that's a problem. That's one of the reasons why I did go with these before. And why I'm probably going to stick with them now. Because the zombie, if they try to stand there, they're going to roll off the edge. That is important. All right, we're going to call that the fighting position. Because again, oh, but precious silver, there's always better perks to take than just don't give into the pack mule. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not good for you. It's bad for you. Yeah, it kind of does. It does kind of have that look. All right, we're going to copy this. We'll do the opposite side first because that's just a double rotate. And JG, and we bring it up flush to here. Ah, that sucks. That happens to all of us from time to time, though. All right, delete that one, and we're ready for that last fighting position. And what I'm hoping this does is really... Oh, that was not right. Oops. I'm really hoping this thins out the amount of zombies that we're taking at a time. Copy JG, bring it back one. So here's the one other thing that I'm wondering, and I didn't try this before. So if I was going to do this from a design perspective, folks, one of the big changes that I would do, just for funsies, is I would make all of these, because I just hate using cubes. I would make all these pipes. I think it would look way better. I don't know that I want to do that for this because it's just going to complicate everything for people who don't. And just to explain what I'm thinking, I would do stuff like this. I might do a variant of this. Like I would come in and do a pipe flange on the end here, connect that there and here, and make those for the zombie running paths, just because I think it would look way cooler. I might do it anyway. Should I do that? It shouldn't impact the zombie pathing. Like keep the supports the same. Keep that all the same, but blow this out. And go. Like so. And this is how I start to get the bases looking more interesting typically, when I'm just like screwing around. They, and then this, we can actually give them a little bit of you love here. Maybe we still use that and do that. Just learning to use creative mode it's a game changer. It teaches you a lot. Well, you know what? Then kudos to me, Chessa. That means that by the time I'm done with this base, I will have stolen from Tem and pre-built. And I'm just a complete copycat. Totally good with that. We are going to have to make sure that they path on this. We can always fix it afterwards. If they don't like it, we'll change it, but... Oops, that's not going to work. All right, one there. Now the last thing, oh, you know what? You're giving me ideas here. Folks, you're giving me ideas. Where is that block that I like? Where's the funky connecting pipe? I thought it would have shown up under pipe. It's the four-way pipe connector. Oh man, Ben, you're gonna kill me with that question. So I'd like to do a lot of different type of music. So I do a lot of folk style stuff on acoustic, but I also love electronic. I also love rock. So I don't know what I'll end up doing. And it likely won't be anything that I will put out for anyone else. It will likely be something that I do for myself. for my just own creative process of enjoying things. Try tea. Oh, let's get out of that. No, I know what the block is that I'm thinking of. I can see it in my head. I used it in... See, I like a lot of metal as well. I was just at Seven Dust last weekend, which was a good show with like some of the worst acoustics of a venue I've ever been to. It was super frustrating. And my nephew is a total metalhead. We have strong, you know, differences of opinion. Like, I don't do super high screamy or guttural. No, it looks like where 4 pipes meet. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just agonizing over this one block, but I know what I want. And there's nothing more frustrating than knowing the block that you want. And you can see it. Oh, there it is. Aha! See, now the secondary thing that I want to do is I actually want to replace everything going down to the floor. So I don't mind a lot of growling if they can, like, if it's all growling, I'm just, it just doesn't appeal to me. And I understand that for some folks it really works. I need some melodic kick to my shit. And yes, I like a stupid amounts of genres of music. I like folk and electronica, and I played Irish and Scotch music for a while. So I play guitar, bass guitar. I play penny whistle. I play piano. I've played a little bit of mandolin. I'm pretty good at picking up almost any instrument and just running with it. It's very rare that I can pick up an instrument and not have some basic level of understanding and proficiency in it. No, yes, and I do like Nightwish. But I also like I was mentioning, I enjoy Seven Dust. I enjoy, I can do a lot of Five Finger Death Punch. I can do, I'm trying to think of where I would draw the line. It's a little bit tricky for me to figure out where I would say, like, I might have to play with this, folks. I don't like this entirely, but I like where we're heading with it. Yeah. It's funny that you mentioned baby metal, because I have a hilarious thing where my nephew hates, he has some, like, just no reasonable hatred for it, but he hates it. And I just like to give him shit about it. Could you use pipes for base foundation? What do you mean by base foundation, Tweedledee? Back over here? got better curves to it, definitely. That sounds, why does that sound really familiar? Manchester Orchestra. You know what, Rookie? I'm just trying to figure out how it not to be basic blocks. That is part of the criteria for the Abyss series, is it can't be, the base has to have some characteristic to it. All right, so the only thing that we have left is we probably need some SMG turrets for the roof. But I'm ready to toss a Horde at this thing, so we're gonna have to import it into one of my worlds. The question is can we cover the entire roof with one SMG turret? The fact that there's a pillar on one side is driving you nuts. All right. Well, so Michael, I don't think, you know what? I think if we took out this one, I think that could we get, let me just check the stability here. So that's really red, and that's just a little red. Do SMG spin around a little bit? Gotta have that echo charm. We're just gonna run with this for now, and folks, we'll adapt. I always adapt if we need to. But I also don't want to fiddle all night and not like test this thing and see how it feels. Yeah, zombies are going to do bad things to it. No doubt about it. I think we need 2 SMG turrets per side. That's my guess. And I think we can take it kind of like this. Actually, we're gonna go here and here. All right. And I can't remember. This is, I mean, I made a video on it, but I don't remember. So I'm gonna actually, but I didn't, scaffolding blocks I feel like have changed since then. Can I reach through a scaffold? I cannot reach through that, right? So this is a downfall of the scaffolding. You can't, so scaffolding ladders have the same challenge that bars have. They're not useful in this context. So here's what I would do with this. I would, you cannot reach through. You can attack through it. You cannot, it stops you from repairing or doing other stuff through. So I cannot touch that fence. I can't interact. It is a problem. This is where railings are more powerful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put rails up here, which we can reach through. Here's a better question. Can I do this? Yes. Here's how we're going to do this. Ooh, I like this design. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. saving on resources here, folks, making things easier. Yeah, so that works like that. And if I put the rail up, boop, boop. Oh, wait. It might not work in this. Okay, we might have to go into playtest to actually check. This might be one of the weird. Because here's what I was thinking is to put that there and then put a hatch on the bottom. What that'll allow us to reach up and interact with those. Let me actually go ahead and save this. We're gonna go straight into playtest. I just want to see now. Now you've got me intrigued, Team Venture. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong. So we're gonna test it. I just have to know for sure. This is the only way to know. All right, so we're in here for these. We should be able to reach through. Oh, I was just out of range. Okay, so that's reaching through. That's not going to help. All right, so right now. All right, first off, those are giving us a problem, period, in playtest. Let's do this. Nope, pull it down here. Okay. Okay, so the answer is yes, you can. Good call. Good call. I accept defeat. You are accurate and correct. Now let's just for last confirmation testing. Pop that out. Because it'll also stop the birds from spitting through. Yep. You do have to jump to hit that. Okay. We've got our answer, folks. Let's get back to the editor and we'll go with the scaffolding ladder. They've got a... I don't know. I don't know which way they want to go with that one. They can patch it either way, but... I mean, so Team Venture, I don't know how many streams you've been in, but like this is this is all about me learning from folks and vice versa. So just because I make videos doesn't mean I know more than my community. It is very common that my community knows much more than I do. Because I only have X number of hours in the day. I think I like that. Pipe pistol. So I like that setup though, because I can easily get to those to repair. The last thing that I want to figure out is the community also loves, you know what? This is a true statement. I'm debating on where I want to power things. So here's the thing. One option is to have the power back in the main base so that your generators are I don't think that belongs there. What the fuck? Oh. Well, there's your problem. Just gonna pick that up, folks. Hey, and Mora, welcome in. Melting volcano floor. Yeah, I might do the power over here. I might leave the power over at the main base.
7
and
Days
just
to Die is a perfect game with 0 bugs.
there we go. Channeling the Raven. All right, we're gonna slap a ladder on this, or a roof on this for right now. Consulted by Bethesda. All right, so that's that. So here's the thing, folks. We can always add more turrets and stuff after the fact. And I might actually do that. Hell, I might put turrets on top of here. I do like having them protected. Carrying these up a level higher. If you saw what I did in the Spiral Sentry, what I did is I just put them in the next layer up above these. But let's just, for right now, well, we'll deal with the generators and stuff when we get on the inside of this. We're going to call this good for testing purposes. We're going to replicate pretty close to my character in the Abyss. And I don't want to test this a lot, folks. So I want to test this just enough to be like, is this viable? Because I want some room for failure, quite honestly. Because I don't... No one wants 100% win chance. Neither the folks watching nor myself want 100% win chance. I want that... I want there to be some variables. All right, let's crunch this in. Like that? Is that right? Pull it in. Okay. So copy G. Team Venture, you just keep playing with it. It's not that hard. There's actually very few controls in it. Getting efficient with it is just practice. Yeah, I hear you, Red Knight, but you know, I'm a horrible optimist. The other thing that it takes, Team Venture, is working with it regularly. Because the more regularly you play with it, the easier it gets. All right, that was 3 off. And it needs to go this way by 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're perfectly lined up. We've replicated everything on both sides. We're gonna leave these as is. That'll go up. So that'll be Horde. So in Horde Night, we'll have one side open. The editor is the learn by doing system. But I like that. That's 3 very isolated areas. Yes, it absolutely can be automated, and that is my plan, Samuel. So these can be powered, but the whole reason I didn't use powered doors while I'm in the prefab editor is that you can't wire up cables in the prefab editor. So if I did them with powered versions, you wouldn't be able to activate them. So for testing purposes, it's much easier for me to have them to be non-powered. I don't know that they changed cop. I would have to look at the XML and study that to let you know. So So I am going to save this for one, and actually let's save this and let's do one thing. Let's trim this a little bit because we don't need all this extra space in here, which is important. Mostly, like, only make your POIs as big as they need to be, folks, because when you go to place them in a world, that causes problems. You know, you maybe a more you should put together a YouTube video on that. Yeah, we'll do the set bounds command, but the set bounds command will only work after you've trimmed. So you got to trim first and then set bounds. So I'm going to go ahead and trim. Like so. The Amora Bridge. So Michael, they're supposed to, so I don't know when it's going to be, but Steam Workshop integration is something that they're working on. That was mentioned multiple times during the last set of dev streams. I don't know what the timeline for that is. I assume it will be after we get across the console threshold, which is going to be the next big gate for them. So I got to do a bio run here for a second. So I will let you. So I will give you the choice. Do you want to see the last base in rapid succession, or do y'all want to see, you know, 3 of my various bases highlighted? What do you want? You can either see the most recent Abyss base as a kind of 3-minute montage, or 3 different random bases. What do you want? Whoever says something first gets the choice. Three bases or montage? 3 bases or montage? Go, go, go. Latest base, please. Most recent. I hear we can't do both. We're going to do latest base. Enjoy, folks. I'll be right back. And why doesn't it work? I gotta fix the macro for this, folks. I have to manually kick in the scene. Hold on one second. Why isn't that working? BRB. All right, it is right. Am I on the wrong? Base tour 1, base tour 2. Oh, you know what? I know why I can't show it to you. Because I didn't set it up for YouTube. I've got it set up for Twitch. I'm sorry. I can't do it. All right. I will make sure that I get it set up for YouTube next time. I'm going to give you the collection of the bases. Apologies, folks. After asking, I feel like a total tease. So we'll hit up some of these and I'll be right back. Oh man, that was my first base for Alpha 20. Good old memories. All right, so I'm gonna get back into it. My beer, it died. So I'm trying something. So folks, I'm also big into whiskey. It's a thing. So I found this at the liquor store and I had to try it. So it's Paul John. It is an Indian single malt whiskey. And before you go, really, Indian whiskey? That's what people used to say about Japanese whiskey, and it's phenomenal. I'm a little bit disappointed in this one. This one is called Nirvana. It's one of their lower end ones. And I've got 2 other bottles of Paul John that I got when they were first coming to America. I was on a trial thing, and I have maybe 3 bottles of theirs. I don't know. I've got 2 others of theirs, and they have a very unique philosophy towards how they distill their whiskey. And they intentionally do it at higher temperatures. So they're basically, their distillery is in like 90-degree weather, plus. So they claim to be able to basically get a 10-year whiskey in a abbreviated amount of time due to the evaporation of the whiskey, which is a standard part of distillation. So it's interesting. I don't know if I totally agree with that, but they make some really good stuff. This one, the Nirvana, I felt like was a little bit underwhelming, but it was also only a $30 bottle of whiskey, which for, a Scotch variant is fairly reasonable. So I don't know that I've had Amrit. I haven't run across that one, but I might try it. I did. I can't remember who was on stream that had mentioned Pendrian, the Welsh whiskey. I went and looked at. I did find it at my local. Damn it! I was going to post that back to Discord after the last stream. But I did find that here. But it was $100, $100 bottle of whiskey, which I'm not opposed to. But that's like a special. That's a special purchase. That's not I'm just going to grab a few beers at the liquor store. That's I need a reason, and I'm gonna treat myself. Treat yourself. All right. This is good to drop into a world. So I'll show you all the process of dropping bases into worlds here. And we'll do that real quick. So we've got this saved. This is saved as something Echo Abyss Snow Experiment. See, I'm not a rum person. I don't hate rum. Like, I actually enjoy darker rums. So we're gonna do, oh God, where are we gonna stuff this thing? So I have a world that I normally use for this type of stuff. It is my Echo POI map. Is that the one that I normally use? Yes. Yeah, like I like a good dark strap ROM. Where you got molasses and all that other good stuff that's playing in. But light ROMs, I don't know. I used to really enjoy them. All right, so here was there's the Spiral Sentry. One of the versions of it. I've got so many versions of this. All right, let's Do we want to do it in the desert? I don't care where we do it. I just need a flat spot. What is this? Okay, this is where we did all the testing for all that stuff. I think there's the Sentinel over there. There's Blood Moon Keep is over here. This place is getting a little bit busy. How big is this? This is decently sized. There's no space in the snow without a ton of trees, and it's not flat. There's the echo box just ran. Oh, what is this in the middle? We're getting rid of this. Okay. Can I? Oh, it's the wedding. Can we get rid of the wedding? Can we make the wedding go away? This is supposed to be our snow place. Originally it was going to be, well, this, okay. It was going to be snow. Actually, we're going to get rid of this because we don't need this. So let's, okay. Nope. There we go. Nope. Delete. It might take it a second. It's going to chug on this one. Goodbye. All right. So when you delete something like this big, what is this? Okay, don't want to get rid of that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. That's the route we're going. So we're going to get rid of that. Now we're going to do a save, and then we're going to exit because we wanted to fill in the land in front of us. So we're going to come back into the world editor, same world. And hopefully that fixed it, and that clears us a space, and that POI is now gone. The world editor, folks, is a freaking mess. If you've never worked in it, it's not easy or logical or, oops. I don't know what it okay, yes, this is, oh, well, we got a little bit of wasteland, a little bit of, this'll work. And all right, we're just gonna delete. I hate these boxes. They're a little bit, I haven't figured out how you work with them, but we're just gonna delete it just to give us a clear space. We don't need it to be a tile. Oh, that's why. Okay, that was a tile. Okay, well, we're gonna go through the same process. We're gonna pop out of here. We're gonna come back in. We've deleted the tile. We're getting there. Sometimes this is just how it works, folks. You kind of gotta, you go through iterations as you do this. So one of the things I should mention while I'm going through this, folks, is not this weekend. Next weekend is going to be the reset of my community survival server. If anyone's interested in joining, it will also be a 7-hour charity event for Extra Life. And I'm hoping either end of this week or next week, I will be releasing the milestone Hot Ones challenge that I did with Raven. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and press K and go to dynamic prefabs. You press Z first. Ben, get some rest. So you press Z to create that little blue bounding box. Then you press K. Then you press dynamic prefabs. Then you look for the one that you want. Winter experiment. I can't remember what to look at. There we go. So this is the one we want. So we're going to place this. And it's going to look like a mess. When you first place it, folks, it's going to look like a total train wreck. Don't worry about it. Just kind of get it where you want it. Again, once you place it, you can press G again to move it around, just like you could in the prefab editor. Get them 8 hours. I've heard of 8 hours of sleep. I don't know that I've ever gotten it. All right. So once you have it where you want it, you're going to hit apply, hit escape, and down here and apply, and see how that instantly transformed all of those adaptive blocks to snow, and we're good to go. All right. So now we're going to hit save. Now you could go back in and check the orientation. In this scenario, I don't care because we're just testing. So instead, something insomnia with sleep. We're going to do a new game. We're going to use the POI map, and this is going to be a new snow test. Difficulty settings. Let's replicate what we're dealing with. So survivalist. Zombies jog during day. That doesn't really matter. But block damage should be at 300%. Oh, fuck. This blew out. Ugh. I got to redo the XML changes that I did before I record the next episode. Red Knight, I think I'm probably one of those people. All right. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. Okay. Should be right over here-ish, right? There we go. Set the zombies. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We'll deal with Tweedledee. Will hop out and hop back in just a second. Okay, so these are working. I'm not going to worry about doing the powering for these because this is just really testing the theoretics of, is this going to work? All right, so we're going to start getting some stuff wired up really quick here. So we need a generator. 2 generators, 1 for each side. I should have actually deleted that out. Let's get that. And whatever. We'll figure this out later. Oh, wait. How did we? Oh. Okay. Lessons learned. We learned that on the other side. We didn't learn it here, folks. So remind me to correct this later when we're back over on the other side. So underneath here, you need something. Even if we're just going to use a pole because we have it here. Because if you don't do that, it's not supported by anything. That's why it just busted when I did that. And if you remember, we did, so this has that has a plate ramp below it. So we accounted for that below, which is fine. All right. And I'm still not going to do a powered for this. I just don't want to deal with it right now. Oh man, but figuring out this rotation is going to be a bizitch. I think that's right. Nope. Not quite there. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, folks. This is going to be one of the hardest things to get right in game. Is the rotation. All right, I'm going to try to do it up here. Partially it's because of how wonky. See, that feels like that should be right. Nope. Windows one block from bottom. No, I get that. See, that's going to go up though, right? Yeah, see, that's what you don't want. You want it to be the exact opposite of that. See, I should be able to face it right at that. Yeah, it's not reversing like I would expect it to. Okay. Oh, okay. I think I understand what's going on. I think I understand how this has to work. Well, there's none in this direction. But what I think we're looking at, yes. Okay. Okay, so here's the trick to it, folks. And I've got to remember this for when I do the tutorial. To be able to place it, you need the blocks above it. So you need those ones on top to be able to orient towards it. Okay. Nope. There we go. That way right there. Now we're good. Okay. Lesson learned. That was worthwhile. Very worth learning right there. All right, let's go ahead and stop the AI for right now. Yeah, so this teaches me we want a bar above these when we're placing these. So that's, you know what, I should write that down. I'll remember it. I'll be fine, right? All right, so let's get our electrical wired up. So anyone who doesn't know electrical, you're about to get a quick lesson. And I don't even think we need relays for the amount of distance that we're going here. But we do need vault doors that are powered. So we got to switch out the ones that we have. So we're gonna need 6 power vault doors. We're gonna need a wire relay or a wire tool. And I think that's mostly it. And we're gonna need a bunch of engines and some gas. All right. So we're just gonna fill these the whole way up. We might not need this when it comes down to it. I don't want to feel like figuring out what I need or don't need right now. So we're just gonna call this. All right. So first things first, power source. It always goes for power source to control agent. So we're gonna hook up our 3 control agents, which are gonna be these 3 switches here. And then we're going to get rid of these because these are not powered variants. These are non-powered variants, and we want to put in powered ones. So we're going to advance rotate. And we know we're right. See how that flips up like that? We know that's good. We know we can do the same one on the opposite side. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that just answered our question, folks. Remember how I can't remember who it was like, nope, don't like that at all. This is one of the things that we find out in testing, folks. Yep, one too far. That's fine. That's fine. Lesson is learned. Yes, I think that block busted when the other. Oh, interesting. Nope, that one's not missing. It just looks like it's missing. So there is a block there. It is just it's an angle block so that you have line of sight. But great question. Still a great question. Are we off by 1? We're off by 1. Okay. And that's how we deal with being off by 1. Copy shape. Advance rotate. Copy shape. All right. So we know this is going to happen on the other side as well. So we might as well fix that. One, two, that's good. So let's fix that over here. Let's see, are we close here? No, we're nowhere near close. We're 2 blocks over. Okay. I think we're 2 blocks over. I could be wrong. All right, so back to here. And I just got to remember when I go back to fix this. All right, and that's got to go. Goodbye. Shot for each. I'd be dead, man. I cannot hold liquor like I could in my youth. All right, good enough. All right, now let's take out all these. I enjoy, tasty liquor now instead of having to have a lot of it. Sometimes it just happens to be really high grav, and that also does the job. All right, so let's connect this up, and yes, that looks good, and you can see that flips up, so we can tell that's in the right position. Same thing there. Let's get the other side while we're still in this position. That one's good. This one needs the extra one after we fixed it. So that flips up, and now we'll get this one. And that's perfect. That'll go in there, and that flips up like that. And this one will go in here and flips up like that. Perfect. All right. I can't remember if we did this side. Did we do this side or we did the other side? Okay. Engines in. Okay. 5 is enough. We don't honestly need more than 5. All right. So we go from here from power source to switch / control agent, which is what I normally call it. From here down to your vault door. Here to your vault door. From here to our vault door. And then also we're going to come from here, and we're going to always go left to right just because it's just easier. Oops. Actually, don't go from there to there. Ignore that one. From here to here. From here to here. From here to there. And that is this whole side wired up. Oh, we're a little tight here, are we? Okay. All right, that's that whole side wired up. This one's on. We've got power going to these. Repeat the same thing from here to the vault door. From here to the vault door. Here to our vault door. From here to the left side and from the left to the right. Here from the left side, from the left to the right. And then here from the left side and from the left to the right. All right, and we are good to do a Horde night. I'm going to save this so that if this... Oh! Interesting. Interesting. Oh, wow. That is fucking bonkers. Okay. I don't know if y'all caught what happened there, but this is reverse physics. I totally understand what happens. No, I don't think that the below glue actually matters. I think it's the fact that we didn't have this here. I think, if I am correct, in this configuration, let's see if I'm right. Yeah, it doesn't care about the below. It only cares about... So this doesn't matter. I would consider this a bug. 100%. based off of how the game functions, but it is totally confused. Okay, that one's backwards. That one's good. Oh, oops. Did I just shoot up the base over here? Okay. I mean, I've used something similar in the past, so it's not my first rodeo with this concept. All right, we're good for Horde Night. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of our inventory. We're going to level ourselves up to... What am I going to be? I'll probably be around level 50 by then. That's probably good. Let's see what there is. XP dev. There we go. 56. Yeah, that's... Sure. We're going to just take that and assume that's about where we're going to be. And... So I know stat-wise we're int maxed. We've got max electrocutioner for sure. We've got robotics adventure maxed. So Chessa, this is new. Yeah, you can do just give self XP. That's the other route. Okay, I've got daring adventure, but that doesn't matter for us testing. And I've got calculated to 2. I'll probably have to 3 by then, but we'll just leave it at 2. That's fine. That's all that probably matters for Horde Night. We'll leave the rest of the points. Do I have anything else that matters? Just in case, I did put points into strength. I think I do have a cigar, and I've got 3 points here. I've got 3 points here. No one ever thought of reverse physics. I mean, geez. Let's assume maybe I get a couple points into boomstick by the time that we get to this Horde Night. Nothing else here that matters. Well, the rest that's good enough. So let's give ourselves some gear. So I'm gonna go with that. Does that work? Yes, we're just gonna wear leather. So I don't want to spend a lot of time setting this up. Stun baton, I've got a level 6 stun baton. And this is tedious. There we go. And we have it with that. We have a rad remover in it. We're going to need several rad removers because I'm good on those. And I've got a shotgun. I've got a pump shotgun. It's a tier... It might be a tier 5. Yes, I think that's what we have. I've got shotgun ammo for days. That's not a problem. I've got healing for days. And what else do we want to give ourselves? Is that good enough? No, we've got grip. I've got all the grips, but I'm pretty sure we went stamina on that. So let's see. This is going to go this. And what was the last one? Oh, we have a weighted head mod. That is that. This is going to take a... I'm not going to worry about any of the robotic stuff. This is going to have a rad remover, a... Do I have a tube? I think I do have a tube extender on it. A food and drinks. Yeah, I'm at meat stew, so we're easily on meat stews. And for drinks, I should have coffee. Nope, no M60. So I'm basing this off of what I have in the series. You know what? Nerd tats don't work. Nerd tats are jacked. Until they fix them, they're screwed. Grip. Yeah, let's get a forearm. And the last thing, there we go. I think that's about right. That's probably all we need. We'll pull these down here. Don't need that. Yeah, they screwed it up and Alpha 21. I don't know what the hell they managed to do with it. All right, let's go down here, make sure these doors are closed. Ooh, painkillers, good call. Yeah, I think it was Chessa that clued me onto that. Well, thank you so much for that, Samuel. And you know what? Humility is... if I can teach my kids nothing, like... humility is everything. No one has all the answers. I do sometimes. I haven't had a chance to be ahead enough, Chessa. Like, they just dropped the new experimental today, and I haven't had a chance to play with it. All right, I'm going to exit out because I want to make a save game copy of this. So I'm going to do that on the side. So if Horde Night just is a total train wreck and I want to try something different. So Red Knight, again, I'm basing this on what I know that I have in the playthrough, as much as possible. So this was the, what did I call this? New snow test. So we're going to call this the new snow test backup or copy, whatever. Good enough. So when you're testing, folks, it's good to just make a quick backup. All right. So that's going to be day 20. Oh, shit. Sorry. We got to pull back out. 64 zombies. Team Venture. Yes, there is. It's more complicated. You have to be very careful. You got to be careful because you're going to do a chunk reset in a specific area and it could nuke stuff that's been developed. And I know this because I accidentally did this after my community built an amazing sign as a welcome to the season situation. And they never gave me, they gave me no ends of shit about it. And rightfully so, because they built that, they built this massive thing twice, in game. But you know, I felt loved. So that was the thing. So, but yes, I just recently posted the whole description of how to do that. I wrote it up on Patreon, and I repeatedly will pull that process and post it to people. All right. So the other thing that I do want to do is I want them to go to the far side first. So I want this to be the first active side. So we're going to power up that one first. And we're going to see how this goes. This could be horrible. I don't know. All right. So set time 21, 28. This should be the day 35 day. So we're going to set 35, 22. We're just going to jump straight into Horde Night. All right. And so game stage right now. Yes. So we're high enough. This is going to be demos. So let's go ahead and, oh, I didn't add any lighting. That's the one thing I totally missed. Oh shit. Actually, wait. We forgot one huge thing, folks. No, I thought I killed you. You die. All right. There's one last thing that we forgot for testing. Yes. And, well, and wiring them up, rookie. That does help. F1 CM, and also we probably should have given ourselves, you know, a nail gun and some concrete, something to repair with. But more importantly, yes, and probably a wire tool just so that we have one. But yes, let's. Well, they look pretty. They don't do much. Yes, I'll get the block over the door in a second. I did see that, but all right, and let's make sure that these are targeting zombies and 9mm. And if you're wiring up turrets, folks, I'm not going to fully fill these out because I don't have enough ammo to do that yet. Make sure you lock ammo. If you don't lock the ammo, it does not function. Bad things will happen in the fact that your turret will do nothing. All right, and we can orient these if we want to. So we should probably orient these like this. So that it kind of covers the full space. This one's going to go in that direction, and this one's going to kind of go here. And that should cover the full breadth. All right, and where were we starting? Were we starting here, or was this us? This is us over here. Okay. Now we're ready for Horde Night. We can turn the AI back on, and we're good. You know what? We're gonna exit out. We're gonna save, because otherwise, if this is a train wreck, we're gonna again have to repeat this. So I'm just gonna kill the existing copy. We're gonna grab the snow test and make it back up with that, and then we're gonna continue, and we're good to go. Because otherwise, yes, if I screwed it. All right, just gives a little bit more chance for some more risky. The more you drink, the smoother it gets. That's what I hear. All right. Let's fill in that one last block above the door. Did we not? F1 CM. Concrete. Good enough. All right. Let's see if it still remembers. 3522. Oh, let's go. Oh, I do want to hit dev mode on because I want to do this and I want to check pathing and see what it looks like. So it looks like what the oh oh shoot. Hold on. Zombies pause. I need something. You know, this is what testing's for, folks. All right, unpause the zombies. All right, that's closed. That's closed. All right, those guys are getting caught up over there. You cold? Yeah, but that's okay. Cold's okay. I just heard a block break. Okay. Here we go. People are coming across. Grab some loot. Looks like they're sorting it out. God, I need some points into... I didn't grab any grenades either. Holy shit balls. Y'all seeing the damage being done below? Wow, I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's cops spitting from below. All right, we need to get some heals in real quick. Let's actually dump everyone here. Yeah, I need a remote camera on the outside. Let's see if they pivot to here. All right, you two go down. Whoa! Hey, you don't belong in here. No, thank you. Oh, they're pathing across there. That's a problem. Oh, that's bad. Holy cow. Okay. All right, so we... Oh, and he took out... Oh, okay, that was lesson learned. Holy shit, folks. 300% damage is no joke. Okay. Yep. We got to try the other side, folks. This is what this is all about, though. This is testing. All right, this side is on. Let's see if they pivot over to here. Samuel, it's really important that you understand that I am rolling with 300% block damage on Survivalist. So that is a far cry from anything that people normally play with. See, why are they viewing this? Holy shit, how are they? Wow. Oh, I'm very familiar with the cops and how they can spit and what they see. So we made it till midnight. Okay. Okay. But let's investigate. Let's investigate. All right, pause the AI. Well, we can get rid of the grenade chute. Yes, I did. All right, let's look at the critical failures. Good God. The fact that they're just chewing up the floor. God, I hate having to deal with the fact that they're targeting half blocks. God, they do so much fucking damage. They're also pathing across that vault door, which they shouldn't do. Let's just have nice things. All right. So here's the thing. I'm not going to get a chance. I am not going to get a chance to use. All right. We're going to go back up to the backup. So I've got this copy version, but hold on a second, because I'm going to just make the copy the fresh one now. So hold on while I do this on the side. I want to iterate on this. I think we can fix this. I need to go to bed soon because I got a crazy day tomorrow, but I want to get a little bit farther on this. I want to make this work. And here's the thing. I want to get it to the point where it's not a... I don't want to make this foolproof, to be honest, folks. Because otherwise, when I record the series, it's going to be boring. I'd like some threat. But here's what I'm thinking. And this will be curious. This will be a good test. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're getting rid of this and this and this and this and this. And And we're going with full cubes. And we're also getting rid of the shit on the bottom, so it's not targetable. As dumb as that is. Okay, and then get rid of that and that, that and that, that and that. I think this alone will make a difference. The other thing, and so we reinforce nothing to steal thus far, right? So I steel is not a problem for me to get a hold of because I do have a crucible. The question is what we reinforce, because we can usually get up to steel. I'm not your enemy. So if you have it, if you're in fly mode, if you're in God mode, it will, if you use you as a stranger, it will shoot you. The entire floor in fighting position, that might be a lot, Blonde, but I think this, I think these last few blocks here, so we're going to do this because I don't want to go crazy with the steel. Yeah, so we want them to transfer Greg, but I hear what you're saying, and I did think about that. You could further thin it, like maybe going with, for the last block there. That's not a bad call. Doing something like this and seeing if that makes a difference. So we can try this as an experiment and see if that makes it a little bit better. Just go ahead and do that everywhere. Apparently that one wasn't rotated on there right, which may have been a problem. All right, like that. All right, and then we need a vault door. Yeah, I mean, 300% damage. Now, actually, you know, the funny thing is, folks, I advanced to 300%, which is what we're going to need. If this can hold up to 300%, then in the snow biome, we'll actually be okay. Because we're not going to get to 300% in the snow biome. So we might have some additional redundancy from this. All right. So we can try those blocks there and maybe try something different over here. So those were poles rotated up. Maybe we do like the middle block, this guy here. Not the super thin one, because the super thin one can be a bit of a persnickety bitch. But this one's not too bad. They haven't done a snow cone shape. The snow cone shape would be good though, right? I could go with that. That's interesting. These two sides have problems. All right, we don't need that anymore. Good old spike trap. Advance rotate. There we go. That's the wrong direction. That's the right direction. Wrong direction. Right direction. All right. And then most importantly, make sure they are freaking wired back up. Because otherwise there's no point. That one's got one going to it. Let's make sure we rewired up the other side. That one's got wire. That one's got wire. We're all good. Gotcha. Yep. All right. Well, I think that's good enough for us to give another test run and see how it goes. We could do just some basic reinforcement. I don't want to do too much because when you reinforce too much, it can really do bad things to the path. So we'll say that. All right, we reinforce that. And then the other thing I would shell for the level 2 area across the board on these. Not the bottom, but level 2. If we consider... Yeah, let's wait and see how they deal with this. So level 2 is the most common area that they attack. So we'll just do this. I should do it for all of these too, just to be honest. I should also dig all these one down, but you know what? We can't account for everything, folks. This is just testing. We're going to assume that I have enough steel to make it through all this, though. That's reasonable. Okay. Yeah, Blonde, it's just sitting on top of snow. But honestly, that's not what caused us problems, right? So that's not what caused everything to collapse. So I'm not super worried about that. All right, let me make one last copy of this. That's not where things failed. They failed in so many other ways. So we'll try this one and see how it goes. This will probably be my last run for the night. We'll see how this goes. And I do like to play a little bit dangerously because y'all don't want to watch me succeed easily, right? Y'all want to see me struggle a little bit. That does remind me though. One last thing that I forgot to give myself. I would have some iron and I would have some parts. I would have some of these for repairs for the electric fences. Not that I got the chance to repair the electric fences last time, but it's good to dream. All right, we're fully disconnected. All right, this one's turned on, off. We're good. It's time for Horde night. Let's go. All right, here comes our friends. What is up with this though? They're not actually attacking anything. They are stacking on top of each other. Oh wait, shit. I have nothing turned on. Why is this path? Nope. This... What is going on? They should path over here. Is everyone okay now? Okay, now they're doing the right thing. Oh, we forgot to give ourselves a light again. All right, zombies, hold on a second. Everyone pause. Everyone game off. Just hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me, zombies. We're okay. All right, where are you guys going? Okay, they're doing the thing. Holy shit, they took out the electric fences over here already. How is that possible? Oh, that's bad. Bad reload. All right, gotta dump that side. Get down, get down. Holy shit, that side's gone. We're doing great, folks. This is good. Holy shit, we're gonna hide back over here. All right, that lane shouldn't be viable. This one is on. Woo! Let's just do some. Oh god, there's got to be some repairing going on here. Everyone get down. Shit, that whole side's gone. All right. We're almost to midnight, so there's that going for us. We also got, I mean, lucky or unlucky, we got demos in the first wave. All right, we're gonna dump them. All right, so I did not hit. Oh, so I did not hit that demo. He wasn't even in my line of sight. Yeah, I call bullshit too. Greg, I don't think I hit that demo. All right, I do want to see what the base is looking like. Set time day. Yeah, but the other zombies shouldn't be able to hit demos and blow them up. Good God, look at this, like, chewed to pieces. So the one thing that I am considering, because the fences seem like just, and y'all tell me, so I think that the fences, and I should do testing on this. I unfortunately, and I hate doing this because it looks tacky as hell, but I think, that like if cop spit hits and there's not something in this stupid block right here, I feel like cop spit goes through that and takes out the electric fence on the inside. So that's one problem that I see. And unfortunately for 300%, I think everything's gonna have to be steel. Doesn't it have 2-block penetration? Cop spit? I don't know. I mean, even so demo explosion doesn't have 2-block penetration. I don't know. That might have to be well, you know what? Screw it. Let's just do this. You know what? Let's do the obvious stupidity, which is let's get ourselves some half blocks here. Because our good buddies love these. We're doing real world testing, folks. That's where we're at. All right, let's do a quarter block here. Science! We are going to science. All right, and then let's go to regular cubes. But it's a question of diagonals, Chessa. That's my big question. Because those electric fences should not get nuked as fast as they're getting nuked. All right, so here's, you know what, let me get my bag real quick just so I've got basic guns and shit. You gonna puke? Yeah, of course you are, because it's a... Keep puking. There we go. Okay. Pause for a second, my good friend. Okay. That took damage. It was only the single block that, interesting. It does not do splash damage, folks. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh. All right, let's move over here. You want to puke some more, buddy? Yeah, that's fair. We can do that. Oh, look at that. You pull out those full blocks and look at how much he's puking. I like that test idea, though. That's good. But yeah, it is a single block. Does he have to see me? Well, that's the question, Mr. Krabs. This is a community question right now. Because part of the challenge has been is they've started... Yeah, if he's spitting, he's seeing me. But bottom line is, I think that the cop spit is a single block damage. Because you can definitely tell when he does the cop spit. But it's not. So here's the other thing that we can tell for sure. It's not going out to the next block. So if we take, does it bleed through? Good question. Let's test that. All right, buddy, you see me over here? How about I get rid of this out of curiosity? We are totally scientists right now, folks. We are straight up experimenting. He's not vomiting though. Okay, there he just vomited. Let's try over here. Come on, yak at me, buddy. Come on, yak, buddy. There we go. It did not take damage. One damage. All right. So I don't think the diagonals, I think I was wrong on that. That should be enough. No, it would hit those relays. The relays were a good call. So I mean, the fact that he's still spitting at me is still obnoxious and silly. It is different. All right. Thank you for indulging me in that experiment. Very little splash. Yeah, I think there's some more work to be done here. But I gotta get some rest. I'm gonna investigate the amount of damage that was done here and think about this. I think this will survive up to the snow. Because I won't be at 300% damage. So I'll share something with you. Let's see if I can share this with you. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I'm trying to make sure there's no spoilers on this. Are there no spoilers? I don't think there's spoilers here. Let me see how I can do this. Like that. So everything depends on... Yes, I think I can show this. Just trying to figure out what I can and can't show folks where I'm not... Nope. Nope. Where is it? Be right back. Desktop. Do I have a desktop screen? You know, I showed you my desktop when I wasn't trying to, and now I was like, I know I've got a way to do this. Oh, because I was on the screen. Was it this screen? Nope. I don't know how the hell I did it. I don't have it set up. I thought I had it set up. I swear I had it set up. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one. How often do I live stream? I try to live stream twice a week. So I do Wednesday nights are build nights where I'm testing things out and playing with things. And then Friday nights I do integration streams over on Twitch where you can come show up and murder me. Have a good time. And I mostly just die. Yeah, I don't have my desktop screen set up. I thought I did. So, all right, folks. I love y'all. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Thank you for an awesome stream. I will see you. I'll be on Friday for Twitch integration. And then, like I said, next week's going to be a little bit weird because I got to travel to Seattle. So no build stream on Wednesday night, but I am going to work on figuring out how to make this work. And I appreciate all the feedback. I learned a lot from all of y'all tonight. So thank you for that. And yeah, everyone have a great week. Have a good end to the week. It's almost here. We're over hump day. All y'all get some great rest and I'll see you soon. Be good. And yeah, love y'all. Be good. Good night.